So we are at the NHT Expo and we're getting some information just for you. So stay tuned.
We want you to know, how do you start this journey? So Connie, what are the must-haves?
So the first thing, you must be between the ages of 18 up to age 70. You must be contributing to the National Housing Trust, and you must contribute for 1 full year or 52 weeks. You can contribute as a self-employed. What that means, you do some business for yourself. So whether you're doing your nails, your hair, whether you're a barber, taxi driver, whatever business you're doing for yourself, we consider you as self-employed. So you need to be either self-employed or you work for a company. We call it PAYE. And you know, you get that pay slip and you see NHT deducted. That is one of the things we'll tell you you are a contributor to the NHT. And you must be earning at least minimum wage. And you know how much is minimum wage weekly. So whether you're getting paid monthly, every 2 weeks, or weekly, or you're doing your business for yourself, these are things that you need to start with. Ages between the ages 18 up to 70, and contribute to the NHT for 1 full year. But you don't just contribute and stop, you must continue contributing in order to get the loan from the NHT.
Right, so we start at point A. You must be qualified. Alright, now tell us, how many routes are there to home ownership? Be our GPS today. Because guess what? The calls that come into our offices, Miss, I want a house. Miss, the questions that come in are many, but tell us, navigate us home.
Alright, so there are many different routes because home ownership doesn't look the same for everybody because everybody doesn't have the same start, right? So we have different benefits at the NHT, right? So we have the open market loan, right? We have the house lot loan, we have the construction loan. If you already have land, we have the build on your own land loan. And for persons who already own a home, you can get a home improvement loan. And our newest one is the smart energy loan. So we have many different routes.
Okay, so explain for the benefit of the audience, what is open market loan?
Alright, so open market loan would be those properties that you see in the Gleaner, or where a developer is selling, or where you're driving on the road and you see a for sale sign. So it's anybody that is selling a property other than the NHT, we would refer to those persons as the open market.
Okay, clear everybody? Alright, very good.
And I also want to add that persons can get pre-approved. So if you want to know what your benefit looks like and your loan amount, you can get pre-approved. Yes, so you can register on the NHT online to see what that looks like for you. And we're doing the registration today.
So basically you're saying, if I want to own a home or access any of the benefits you just listed, I need to know how much money I am qualified to borrow. Clear? I need to know how much, what is applicable interest rate, what is my monthly repayment, and then I will be able to say how close I am to be able to access one of those loans, right?
Yes, because especially when you are looking for a property on the open market, the seller would want to see this information. So they would want to see your eligibility.
So in other words, I am selling and Chanel, you come to me and I need to know you're a serious buyer.
Correct.
Right? So I need to know that you have the money. So they need to get pre-approved.
Correct.
Awesome. Alright, we navigate further. Connie, what are the available loan amounts offered by the NHT? Because we just talked about getting pre-approved, you know, knowing where you stand as you map your pathway to home. So what are the loan amounts offered by the NHT? Break it down for us.
So for our contributors who are looking to buy on the open market, and Chanel just explained the open market, one person can get up to $9 million. 2 persons can get up to $17 million to buy a house. I know you're doing the maths and said 9 plus 9 and a 17, but it is 2 persons you will get up to $17 million and 3 persons up to $23 million. However, for the 3 persons, you must be related. And when we talk about related, we're not talking about everybody in our family, you know. We're not talking about your cousin, your uncle, your auntie, your nephew, your niece. We're talking about your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your brothers and your sisters, as well as husband and wife, whether married or common law, and your children. So we look at that close relationship. So that is if you want to buy a house on the open market. What if you want to buy land? One person will get up to $5 million. Two persons up to $7 million. And three persons up to $10 million. We're not going to let you buy the land and you don't know what to put on it, or you try to find the money to build on it. No, we want to ensure that you get money to build on it. And guess what, Kamisha? Apart from getting the money to build on it, we offer free building plan. So for one person, after you get the $5 million to buy the land, you can come back and get up to $6 million to build on that land. Two persons, you come back, you get up to $10 million to build on the land, and three persons up to $12.5 million to build on the land. And today at our home builders tent, we have free pre-approved building plans. So if it's a case that you want to build a 2-bedroom, our project officer, based on those pre-approved building plans, they will be able to give you an estimate of how much it will cost you to build that property with the pre-approved building plan.
Awesome. Connie, there is a special individual loan limit, right? Notice what I said, everybody? Special. Say special. Special. All right. So this is for the single applicant. Connie, tell us about this special loan limit for the single applicant. Not everybody married, you know. Not true. Right. So some of us are single and we still want to own our own home. So Connie, tell us about that special loan applicant.
So for the single applicant, the special loan, I know we want to do things on our own sometimes. This is for this. Based on your income, how much you're earning, you will be able to get up to $12 million to buy a house on the open market that costs $14 million or less. So if you find a house that costs $14 million and your salary can carry the $12 million, we will give you up to $12 million to help and buy this house. If it's a case that you already own land too, so just stepping away from that special part. I know a lot of us own land already. If you have a registered title for the land and you never get any money from NHT to buy the land, you can get a build on own land loan for up to $11 million. So up to $11 million to build on the land that you already own and you have a title for it. All right?
Very good. I love this one because as single applicants, we get a lot of queries. What can the NHT do for me? Here it is, a special facility. You can borrow up to $12 million. Amen?
Amen.
All right, so we just had a catastrophic natural disaster last year, Hurricane Melissa. Everybody would have known about that. And it taught us some very valuable lessons. And so the NHT has now created another pathway. And we have come up with what is called the Home Resilience Loan. Connie or Chanel, either one of you, who can apply the Home Resilience Loan? When natural disasters come, our contributors need help. And we have created a pathway for that. Tell us about it, Chanel.
Want to deal with the aftermath, like what happened the last time. We want to be prepared. So we want it to be resilient.
So explain what is resilient. What does that look like? Because we don't want people's roof flying off again. Right? And if it didn't happen to you in Kings, advanced deposit loan for young adults. Young adults, come closer. I may have a question for you after. Alright, go ahead.
So the advanced deposit for our young adults. First, you want to know who is a young adult. for our young adults or for persons who are 35 and under. We have heard the cry and we're doing something different for you. We know that your home ownership journey is different from other persons before. So our young adults, we are giving you an advance deposit of up to $2 million. So if you're looking to buy a house on the open market and you're qualified for the $9 million, we will give you up to $2 million from the $9 million to pay as your deposit. So we're giving you some money up front so you can pay your deposit and secure the home, and then we give you the $7 million to help and buy the house. So now you don't have to worry too much about your deposit, but I still want you to save, because saving is very important in the home ownership journey. So even though you're saving, you may need the advance deposit as a top up to the saving. Once you're 35 and under, you can get this advance deposit. Chanel, anything you want to add about the advance deposit?
I want to also add that it's up to $2 million or 10% of the sale price of the house, and it is an advance, so it is taken out of your total affordability.
So it's advance. You're going to get it from the loan amount that you're qualified for. Now talk truth. You can afford to repay the loan. You come and you visited the NHG, you've probably downloaded your pre-approved letter and it tells you you can access $9 million, but the deposit beat you. Hold up your hand if you have that experience. Yeah. So you are not able to make that deposit to secure the home that you're interested in buying. Here is a facility for young adults. And it's a person 35 and under. Okay. Now let's talk about the increased access to NHG scheme homes, alright? Again, we are addressing young adults. So, listen carefully, this one is for you. Connie, talk to us about the advanced deposit loan for young adults. Young adults, come closer. I may have a question for you after. Alright, go ahead.
So the advance deposit for our young adults. First, you want to know who is a young adult. For our young adults are for persons who are 35 and under. We have heard the cry and we're doing something different for you. We know that your home ownership journey is different from other persons before. So our young adults, we are giving you an advance deposit of up to $2 million. So if you're looking to buy a house on the open market and you're qualified for the $9 million, we will give you up to $2 million from the $9 million to pay as your deposit. So we're giving you some money up front so you can pay your deposit and secure the home, and then we give you the $7 million to help and buy the house. So now you don't have to worry too much about your deposit, but I still want you to save, because saving is very important in the home ownership journey. So even though you're saving, you may need the advance deposit as a top up to the saving. Once you're 35 and under, you can get this advance deposit. Chanel, anything you want to add about the advance deposit?
I want to also add that it's up to $2 million or 10% of the sale price of the house, and it is an advance, so it is taken out of your total affordability.
So it's advance. You're going to get it from the loan amount that you're qualified for. Now talk truth. You can afford to repay the loan. You come and you visited the NHG, you've probably downloaded your pre-approved letter and it tells you you can access $9 million, but the deposit beat you. Hold up your hand if you have that experience. Yeah. So you are not able to make that deposit to secure the home that you're interested in buying. Here is a facility for young adults. Adults up to $2 million for 10% of the purchase price you can access, all right? And it's a person 36 years, 35, 35 and under. Okay. Now let's talk about increased access to NHT scheme homes, all right? Again, we are addressing young adults. We have also made a little adjustment to our policy to help young adults, right? Because the question is, what is the NHT doing? There you have it. We have the advance deposit. And when it comes to NHT schemes, we have another adjustment that we have made to assist you on your journey home. Connie, tell me about the adjustment that has been made to help young adults.
With our scheme units, young adults would have gotten 10% allotment. We heard that you said that the 10% wasn't enough. You wanted a little bit more. So what we have increased it to is 20%. So young adults will get 20% of all NHT schemes allotment. So once you see the scheme advertised, once it is time for you to do your application online, do your application knowing in mind that young adults age 35 and under, your entitlement is higher, you get up to 20%.
So you hear that? If we're selling, when we advertise NHT scheme solutions, 20% of those homes are reserved for young adults. Sounds good? You can need share one of a pause, man. We are going with some things. Alright? So Chanel, this question is for you. We have other initiatives to guide our contributors home, right? And we are also looking at our public sector workers. So we've expanded the mortgage support for those persons. Talk to me, who are these persons specifically, right? You want to make it very clear, all right? And what exactly are we offering our public sector employees?
So recently, we have made an adjustment and we're offering a reduction in the interest rates for these specific persons, these specific public sector workers. Teachers, nurses, firefighters, soldiers, and police officers. That's the group. All right, let me say it again. Or teachers, nurses, firefighters, soldiers, and police officers. So they will benefit from a reduction in their interest rate based on their years of service. So, right? We can get a round of applause for that? Alright, so they will benefit from and for 10 years or more, they will benefit from a 2% reduction in the interest rate. So for example, a teacher whose interest rate would have been 4% and she has served between 5 to 10 years, she will really benefit from a reduction of 1%. So her interest rate will be 3%. All right, everybody on board with that?